Hello and welcome to another video. Wait, it's not even an art video. Well, technically, I mean, I guess it is, but it's not. So we have a Spiderman Digi Draw from the year 2000 or something, which, I'm not really so certain on the clarity of this machine, but we'll see. You know, we'll see what they sent me. So right off the bat, you can see is little obviously been used up, and yeah, let's see how you open it. Not a button, it's like a clip. All right, so it opens to the top. The pieces are in it. Yeah, there's no way this is gonna work on this table. Maybe. Yeah, it's way too big. All right. Anyway, let's take out all the fixins. As you can see, you're seeing it for the most part. Oh my god. The fixins are falling out. Yeah. The fixins are falling out because the bottom part of the pouch is opened. Because, geniuses know how to use things. Anyway, let's just close it up. I would love to give a demonstration on how to draw this, or how to draw with it, but we will have to see about that later. So it came with these pictures, right? Obviously Spider-Man. There's a Spider-Man one. This is like a gloopy Spider-Man, and they obviously have it reversed because they understand, much after I got this, I saw that there was a thing that said that it draws it backwards. So, I was thinking about using it to do like a lot of like certain types of art for it, like things, but it draws in reverse, so that could be pretty unuseful. But I think there is a way to get around that. Maybe if you do it upside down, it'll do it the opposite direction. I don't know, experimentation. But it came with all these like little pages. It was fairly cheap, but yeah, all these little pages are nice to have, like having these little analog Spider-Man pages, which I don't know what Spider-Man these would be from or which Spider-Man it is, but they're like all like goopy, the goopy little Spider-Man, so definitely something. These are like, I guess, like animations or something, I don't know. He's like rappelling down, and then this one he's like shooting his web at the camera or something. There's just a lot of little like fixings that they gave you, or gave me rather, and yeah, they're pretty cool. Like this background is sick. Like this is actually pretty good. Like just for this background alone, like, oh, you could print this out. Yeah, why not a printer? I guess the library. But like, look at that. Like a beautiful background. This background is beautiful. And you just trace this a couple times, you learn perspective, right? And they got all of this. They have, like, look, there's even like a Japanese background, like crazy. Or is that Chinese? I think it's maybe Chinese. But we got all of that, and then they even got instructions. With the Spider-Man Digi Draw, you can trace on anything. Trace on anything. Trace Spider-Man, trace Doc Octopus, and the Green Goblin. Draw Spidey on a greeting card, a t-shirt, a skateboard. You can even make animated Spider-Man cartoons with Digi Draw. You don't have to be an artist to draw like one. Setting up your Spider-Man Digi Draw for the first time. Open up your Digi Draw case and remove the foam from around the two reflective panels. Then snap the panels into the two slots. That's the hinge. And now you're ready to set. You're ready to draw. Well, you're ready to Digi Draw. Sorry. When closing the Digi Draw, the reflective panels automatically fold in the unit. You do not have to remove them. How to use your Spider-Man Digi Draw. Place the image you want to trace on the reflective panel on the left hand, on the left. For left-handed, use the right panel. Use two paper holders on the bottom of the reflective plate of your image. Wait, use the two paper holders. I don't think I have that. I don't think I have the paper holders. Now place the sheet on the bottom portion of your Digi Draw. Right hand should place it on the right hand side, left side should be placed on the left side. Now look at the reflection of the image of the panel. Put your pencils on the paper, follow the outline, trace a reflection. Make sure you do not move the paper of your drawing. If you do, just realign the reflection of your sketch and continue to draw. Let your imagination run wild. Draw on any surface with your Digi Draw. You can customize with your favorite things. And with Spider-Man, trace Spidey and his friends and villains on t-shirts, sneakers, book covers, backpacks, and more. Place the item you want to decorate in the Digi Draw for ages 5 and up. And the hilarity of that is that they're like, you could draw on sneakers or whatever. It's like, bro, how would you even get a sneaker in this? Like, I am interested in how I would use this on this desk. Like, is there like a something that I need to move? Because it's like, it's a little cramped. You know, it's a little cramped. Like, you wouldn't even be able to see it if I did do it. You know, like, let's see if there's something like I could just put on here and just try to, like, you know, draw it using this, because it was an interesting, like, you know, thing. I always wanted one, and I kept seeing it on the internet. So, you know, let's see if I could use it in this capacity. I don't think I'm tracing though. The problem is that I'm not really tracing it. I feel like I'm like drawing it as a reference mostly, because I can't really see it. So let's see. All right. So, all right, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try again. We're gonna try another try. You know, it probably takes a little bit to get used to. Like, I'm trying to because I see people do this with the phone app, where they like draw, they have it like projecting. I don't know what it's called, and I'm not gonna learn what it's called because I don't really want to know. But I see people like projecting all the time with this thing on the phone, but they use like a cup. And what I'm trying to do here is draw with the thing. It is a bit hard because you can't see. Also, it is mirrored, so you would have to figure out a way to get the image to be reversed, which kind of sucks in a way. Like, you can't really see your hand. So, would I say that it works? Hold on. Let's close it up. Let's close up the Digi Draw. You couldn't really see me doing it, but you know, these are, so I was trying to trace this onto there, and as you can see, is like this part is flipped, right? Because it's mirrored. So the fist is on this side, is on this side. You know, I didn't go like 100% with the trace, and this was the first attempt at the top. But as you can see, like, for the most part, it, like, you do get the stuff, right? You get the general thing. It is interesting. You know, obviously you could just be like, well, why don't you just put a piece of paper over any of these and just trace them, right? Like, why don't you just put a piece of paper over this and just trace it? Because you could just do that. You could just go, oh, wow, why do you need a tool to do that? Well, it's about the funness of it, right? It's like a fun little trinket, fun little item. And, you know, because, yeah, you could trace on regular paper. You could just go down a piece of paper and just, you know, trace to your heart's content. With the Digi Draw, a little bit more, like, I guess, gamified. Also, it's cool. It says Spider-Man, so that's pretty cool. And it came with these color pencils, like 4 of them or five of them. But Spiderman Digi Draw, would I say that is like the best thing ever? Maybe a little bit, because it says Spider-Man and it's red and it's like translucent material. But yeah, I don't know. Using this on my desk would be impossible, or at least mostly impossible, unless I like move the stuff off of it, because it is too big. Like, I'm trying to see if there's a way that I could actually like use it on my desk. And I'm trying to see if I can unseat these panels as well. I want to take them out, but I don't really think there's a way to do that. Like, I'm trying to like figure out how to get them out of here. Like, do you push down on it or what? I don't want to break it. I just got it. But can I like expand it more? Yeah, you just like, maybe you just do like this, right? You just put it in upside down, and then you where's that sheet of paper? Put it upside down, and you bust out the sheet of paper, and it's doing a reflection. Like, I guess you could see my hand. Like, I could draw like this. It just takes a little bit of finessing, because you have to like get good at seeing it. And I might use this in like in bed or whatever, to essentially just trace some things, not for the clout or anything like that, but mostly just to like break stuff down, and it's like a fun way to do it. That's mostly what I care about, is like the enjoyment of like these little trinkets. Like, a lot of stuff are just like, is it fun to use? And so far it's fun. They're pretty cheap. The problem is that you don't know what you're going to be getting with it, and that makes it a bit rough. But you also have to keep in mind that it's mirrored. It's something that you have to be wary of, and it is very hard to see my hand. Like, I could see it for the most part. It's like a phantom hand, but yeah, it's like, yeah, obviously I could just like trace over it with the light table, but this is like fun. And they sell like just like this, but it's not a name brand, and it's not like a thing. It's like just a little piece of like plastic and like a little stand, and they sell those on the internet. I wanted one of those, but they always look they're too small. Like, this is much bigger. Like, so I didn't really get a good trace this time as well. I'm just gonna close it up really quick. And I didn't get a really good trace this time. As you can see, like, I was a bit more like, strange. As you can see, like, and it's still flipped. You literally just have to like get it. Like, you gotta get like the, I don't know, the projection on the other side, or the images have to be like flipped for it to work. I don't know why they didn't fix that or solve that as a thing, because it is something that is like not very very good in that regard, it being flipped. But I think it's a good tool. I think it adds a bit of fun to drawing in that way. And I don't know, like, if I had to rank it, I don't know what I would even say about like a ranking for it, because I don't really see a means to rank it in that regard. Like, let's quickly try a one of these little Spider-Man images, maybe. Let's see what happens. But I wouldn't really say like if it's good or bad or none of that stuff, because is more so about like the idea of getting people excited about drawing, and this thing got people excited about drawing. You know what I mean? Like if it's excitement about art, I prefer that to be the thing versus the tool to be this like it's this amazing tool that is infallible or whatever. I much rather it be like, all right, kids or whoever, you know, takes this and runs wild with it, because that's most important. I think the biggest other issue is that you can't really see your hand, and that makes it a bit harder because it's almost like I'm doing like uh, a blind contour. And I think the best part of this is that it's also unintentionally a learning aid, because obviously you're tracing, but it's different. Like it's like you're breaking, it's like almost like broken down, and it takes away a lot of the stress of like doing those contour drawings, because like obviously I'm tracing it, but I can't really see my hand that well. So this is like, what we got. That looks like a gesture drawing, or like a blind contour, right? And obviously, it makes it for me, I don't know. It's like this is like a little game now, and then like trying to get better with it is gonna be fun. But it's not really meant to like, I'm not gonna trace Spider-Man and be like, oh my god, I can draw Spider-Man. It's literally just like you see how this works, or like how good this is, or you know there are methods, there are use cases for this. Like look at this. So we traced the other Spider-Man, the one in the middle. Like look at that. Like there are use cases, and or like even like, all right, let's say you're not tracing. Obviously you could do this on your own and you don't need this, but let's say you're tracing, or you're not tracing, right? And you want to do like other stuff with it, right? You're not tracing, you know this is the other Spider-Man, right? You just like break them down into like shapes, and then like you got some, it's like a guiding hand, and then you just draw it again on your own, and it can really help you with some stuff. I wanted to use it for retracing some of my own stuff onto other pages and things like that. Obviously I could just trace it with a light table, but I thought this would be a cute way to do it, especially like something that theoretically I could take outside, because it's just plastic. Oh, the clips are right here. Oh, the clips are on the inside. So they got clips on the inside of the little thing. I thought that was like a magnet or something. Alright, well, you know, we gave it a fair little shake. Would you be able to do a fully completed custom artwork with this? Possibly. I don't really know how that would work for me, but essentially, those Spider-Mans that we did from this page are as follows. So we did this one. Obviously, there's a mirror. So we did this one, and we did this one, just like it. And then this one, just like to show the proof of concept as far as like, breaking it down into shapes. Obviously, you could do that without the Digi Draw, but again, it adds a layer of fun. It adds that like level of like it's a toy, so it makes it more like, oh, this is like a funny little thing. In fact, let's try one more. Let's try a Groudon here, and let's get Groudon onto this piece of paper and test it out, see what we got here, because it's really important that I give it another shot and I don't do anything bad, because and also remember, if you enjoy this content, like and follow, like, comment, subscribe for more. We got more of this on the way. I will be using it, because obviously I bought it, but not everything that I buy I will use. So right here, you know, it's just like a projection, and it is pretty hard to follow, to be honest. Like, I think that's the hardest part, is like following the exact thing, because it's hard to see your own hand. But obviously they're cheap. You know, if you want one, I would not advise against getting one, because I think that anything that makes you draw, as long as you're not going around saying like, well, I drew this, and you're just tracing images of, because you could trace images already. Like, you could trace images without spending any money or anything like that. So it's not really too big of a deal. And obviously, you'd want to like check where your lines are. But yeah, maybe there's like a thing that you could get. Like, maybe there's like a different lighting. Um, I might get one of those other ones, the ones that people use, the small one, just to see if there's like a difference in the visual. Because I think that this one, oh, you gotta like focus. Ah, you have to like focus through the reflection. And I'm wondering if this light is changing how it looks. Like, if I turn off the light, yeah, it's the light, because you can see much better without the light. It's almost like double vision, like 3D. So the light was yeah, the light, it was too reflective, so you see a bit better. So you have to kind of essentially like, you know, draw in the dark. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool. Um, if I could get like some like magazine pages, or like graphic novel pages that are like scrap or something, you know, that'd be a lot better. So that way I could do more with that. But yeah, you can see a lot better with the just the natural light. I had the light on because that's just the way that I record the videos, but without the light on, you can see a lot better. And you do have to like focus, but also it does give you like that cool effect. Like, I would love to like do some of these and like color them in like this, because what ends up happening is that it's like a thing, you know. And it's another thing as well that's really important about this toy as well, that I believe is important, and a lot of people will probably not care for, is that it builds confidence. I think that that is another step in this process that a lot of people overlook, is the confidence to draw is more important than actually drawing itself. And as you can see here, like, part of that was drawn with the light, you know, the light on, so it was like bad reflection. But once I realized that the light causes it to not work as well, this is much better. Like, you know, like, you have like, obviously it's mirrored and things like that. Also, it allows you like, this is pretty good because it allows you to break stuff down. Um, I need to try with like an image on my phone or something, and I really can't do that because uh, you know, you don't want to put out sensitive information, so you have to be careful with that one. I mean, let's see, let's try one. I just have to put it into airplane mode so that I don't get messages. Um, we will try an image and see what happens. Um, I need to find a regular old drawing or something. Something big. Um, I don't Alright, let's try this bug guy. Damn, that's a little too big. Can I get like a good picture of him? Alright, let's try this bug guy. We'll open up the Digi Draw again. Because we're not done with it yet, you know, we're not done with it. Back then they didn't have smartphones, so I don't even think it's gonna fit in there. Like gosh darn it, it's heavy. It's a heavy little bugger. Alright, but it's reflecting though. It's a heavy little bugger, but it's reflecting. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's get like a good spot on the paper. Let's try to get like a good spot. And so the main problem here for this one is that the image is just too small. So what if I tapped it and then moved it over? Alright, here we go. So as you can see, I think the phone being lit also like you want to use dark surfaces. So the other one you can use with your phone. So I don't know how. I'm like trying to focus it. I'm gonna have to turn down the brightness. And let me see if I turn down the brightness. I turn the brightness all the way off. Alright, there we go. Much better. Honestly, any light does not make this work better. Light is just bad for this. Because you could essentially just see through it. It's like double vision. And then you just trace it. Trying to get it like right where it is, because this is also pointing out like a glaring problem that I have with even like blind contour drawing, is that I don't draw exactly where the line is in the blind contour. I start thinking, and like right here I notice that I'm like not drawing where the line is, but like now I'm drawing where the line is. This is helping me as well. I moved the page. I lost my position. Trying to get like a good little curve on it. But yeah, I think it is a cool tool. Would I, if you want it, you can find it for cheap. I'd say probably, keep your expectations low, because it's not, the end all be all. Oh yeah, it's mirrored. I forgot. I was like, hey, why is it like that? I was like, oh yeah, it's mirrored. Keep in mind that it's mirrored, so like there's a level to what you will be able to accomplish with this thing. But I think that it is a fun little toy, and can get people in the habit of drawing things from chasing it or breaking it down. But we made some mistakes because I was drawing it with the light, and I didn't finish it. We didn't really finish any of these. They're just like proof of concept. And essentially, we did this. We did these two things. And yeah. So obviously you can see like where the lines, where I like messed up the lines. You also want to make sure the paper doesn't move. But it being flipped like that and all that stuff is pretty interesting. I don't really have much else to say. Overall, if I had to rate it, I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5, because of the mirroring, like it flipping stuff on the other side. But ultimately, if you can find the Spider-Man one, which is more expensive, with the fixings, you know, it might be worth it for you. For me, it's worth it. I think that is cool. I always wanted one of these things, and you know, as you are an adult, all the stuff that you wanted as a kid, you'll just buy it for yourself if you could afford it. So, you know, nothing crazy. You know, it's not an aqua pet, but it's a Digi Draw. So if you enjoy that, if you like that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and or like, comment, and devise. And I will see you in the next video. And don't forget to Digi Draw. Bye.